Hello and welcome to Tutor Training. Today we're going to talk about autism spectrum disorder and the autistic spectrum. Autism is a difference in the way that the brain develops. It can mean that autistic people find things more challenging than a neurotypical person might. The neurological links in the brain form slightly differently, which can mean it can take longer to learn things, or, in some cases, these neurological links won't form. It can also mean that an autistic person may find some things easier than neurotypicals, or have a special interest, due to the fact that neurological links can actually form better or stronger than they might do in a neurotypical brain. The brain is made up of many specialised areas that work together and is made up of more than 100 billion nerves that communicate with each other and the central nervous system. If these connections are not communicating effectively, then it can affect us in many different ways. The brain is also divided into several lobes, each one responsible for different functions. Depending on how the autistic brain has developed, if parts of the brain aren't functioning effectively, then it can impact on things such as our ability to carry out day-to-day tasks, our ability to understand social cues, and the time it takes to process information. When we talk about the autistic spectrum, we aren't referring to a position on a scale between two extremes. It's more like a sound mixer with different areas of needs on a sliding scale, and these needs can be adjusted by volume, tempo, or tone, leaving us with infinite differences. Although there are some common traits that we might see, there is no stereotype that all autistic people fit. Many autistic people feel like they have to pretend to be more like the neurotypical people around them. This is called masking or camouflaging, and it can be very tiring. Many autistic people suffer long-term effects of feeling like they have to pretend to be somebody that they're not. Our senses are transducers from the physical world to our minds, meaning that our senses will obtain information from the world around us through our sight, hearing, taste, smell, vestibular system, touch, and proprioception. This information is then passed on to the brain, where it's processed for us to respond in a relevant way. Many autistic people have a sensory system that works differently. This can cause hyposensitivity or undersensitivity to the senses, or it can cause hypersensitivity, which is oversensitivity to the senses. This can sometimes cause discomfort or distress. For example, if somebody has hypersensitivity to sound, then the sound of a fridge humming could be overwhelming or even painful to listen to. For some autistic people, there can be a delay in processing the information that we receive from our senses and surroundings. This can create barriers to effective communication, which can be frustrating. It's important to allow processing time. Thank you for taking the time to watch our video about the autistic spectrum. For more information on the topics covered today, and much more, look out for more videos from Tutor Training.